Am I the only one who likes to help from the background? I like to serve from the background. You don't have to recognize me in front of a crowd. You could just put my name in the credits. I don't know. I'll go into isolation. I'll shut out from the world. I'll cut my phone off. I'll choose my number, move to a different state overnight. You know what I mean? Like, I would just go into complete incognito hiding mode. Like, if you know how to find me, you know how to find me. You know what I mean? I'll get text messages from, like, people who know me for real, for real. Like, for real, for real. When I say know me, I'm talking about know me. And be like, Hev, I can't locate you where you at. I'm talking to people that pray and intercede, like, Heaven, where you been, where you at? I can't even locate you, like, in the spirit. Like, what's up? And then I'll be minding my business in the house of the Lord, and then God will send somebody my way and remind me that that's not what He wants for my life, and that I was not called to be in the background, that He wants me forward. My church back at home in Florida, right, in South Florida, I used to sit in the back, and the apostle would be like, you need to be in the front. And I used to be like, I don't want to be in the front. You need to be in the front. I don't want to be in the front. You need to be in the front. And like, I'll be minding my business. Here come a prophet. You go into a little shell. You wait people to come to you, but that's not what God wants for you. And then you'll just be going up for prayer for one thing. And then while you're up there for prayer, God will show the person that's praying for you, tell her to stop doing it. And like, it's just not what I need her to be. I need her to be in the front. But I don't want to be in the front. It's safe to be in the back. It's safe to be not seen, And I don't know if I get that like misconstrued, like being in a hiding place, in a secret place, but like, you know what I mean? Even though there's a plant, a seed being placed in the ground, and you can't see the flower, you still can see that there's something planted in that spot. So as much as I want to be seen, like, the people can still see there's something planted in this spot. I don't have a green thumb. I be trying. But like, from what I have, like, friends who are like into like gardening and stuff, and like when they be planting seeds in the ground, you can still see that there's something that's planted in that spot. I didn't think of that before I came into this video. So the fact that I'm just like, it's just like a light bulb going off. You know what I mean? Like, you're still seen, as much as you don't want to be seen. You're still seen. And with this big old personality and this big old smile and being a ray of sunshine, do I really think I could just be in the back? Like, I have been told when I walk into the room, like, I don't have to say anything. My presence is felt, like, from people all throughout the years of my life. People have always told me, Heaven, we know when you're in the room, you don't have to say anything. Your presence speaks. When you're not here, I'm for the cry. When you're not here, we know that you're not here. And I have heard this from people that don't even know each other, like, throughout the years of me being on this earth. So, I don't know who this is for, but you may try to be in the back. And you know that God has called you to be in the front. And for whatever reason, you might try to stay in the back. But God is always going to bring you to the front. And it's safe to be in the back. But God will cover you in the front. So, yeah. Come to the front. Come forth. I don't know. You know what I mean? And I just pray that, it just has to be God. I get so weary when people rush to the front, when people want to be seen. You know what I mean? When people, like, they know that God has called them to do something, and pride gets in the way, and they allow pride to take over, and they rush to the front to be elevated, to be seen, and to be acknowledged. And they have so much pride that they forget God. And I don't want to be that. You know, I want to be humble in this humble place. You know what I mean? So it is so scary, but I trust God. You know, I really trust God because for over 10 years, has it? I don't know. I think so. It's been a constant, God always sends somebody as a constant reminder to come to the front. Like, I see you, I need you in the front. You know? So give your insecurities to God. Give it your worries, your anxieties. Give your, you know, if anyone resonates, you know, just give it to God, you know, and He'll send the help, and He'll send the proper people that you need in your life, you know, and He will cover us in the front, and He will allow us to be seen by the right people in the right season. You know what I mean? So it might be safer to stay in the back, but you are secured in the front. You are covered in the front. You know what I mean? So as long as you stay in the secret place of the Most High, you will rest under the shadow of the Almighty. And you will hide under the shadow of His wings and find a refuge. You know? Because He has purpose for all of us. He has a plan for all of us. You know? I don't even cry on camera. But this is for somebody. It's not just for me. So, you know, come forth. Daughter, son, you know? Because sometimes we can lose sight, and we can lose ourselves in certain seasons. But as long as you touch the hem of His garment and you reach out for His hand, and He can pull you up out the pits that you're in. And as long as you keep your eyes on Jesus, you can walk on water. You can walk through the valley of the shadow of death and fear no evil, because God is with you, you know? So lace up your boots and put on your backpack. It's time to ride to the front. So that's my spill.